You think you're gonna have a conversation and make progress? We don't have time to make progress. We have time to fight. So I'll tell you something. If a police officer put his hands on me for trying to be who I am, I don't care if I got shot. I'm taking a couple of transphobes with me.
It's really interesting that y'all are using the word phobic. Phobic means that you're fearful. It means you're scared. I can assure you, none of you scare me. None of you scare really any of us. Everyone, before we get started, big thanks to our sponsor for today's video, our friends over at Blackout Coffee. The only coffee we drink here. My two favorites, Morning Reaper and Brutal Awakening. And the great part about Blackout, I don't even have to tell you, look at one of their shirts. Yeah, that's gonna probably piss off a lot of the people that we're talking about in today's video. So, we're giving you a discount, go join the family and enjoy some amazing coffee. So I don't know how many of you remember the NFAC. Me calling them out is still one of my most watched videos to date. I still remember filming it, it was a great time, and the responses that we got from it were just fantastic. The result of that video was me and plenty of other guys who called out the leader of this NFAC, was that we got into his head, we flustered him, and he made a mistake and now he's going to prison. For those of you who followed it closely, you probably remember he called me the chief of the rednecks. God bless you, man, no hard feelings, is a fun time. But me, along with most people in this country, called the guy out because he was threatening the lives of innocent people, particularly white people. It was all about race, it was all about getting back. But now it's happening again. And depending on when I post this video, it could have already happened. But there is a day planned called the let me make sure I get it right, Trans Day of Vengeance. Now, a trans person just went into a school and shot up a whole bunch of people. So do you think it's really a great idea to have your parade or your party or your, I don't know what you're really calling it, a couple of days after and put the word vengeance in there? Where's the FBI on this one? Are they asleep at their desk, taking a donut break for a week? So there's a lot to discuss, but I just kind of want to give y'all an idea as far as what they're planning and what to expect. This all started from what I've heard with a dance party, which was a fundraiser to train trans people with guns. I hate to tell you guys, but a couple of dollars and a dance party or two and a trip and a half to a range, you're not gonna be that good with a gun. You're gonna be able to hit paper, but that's pretty much it. You're not gonna be able to hit anything moving. If your adrenaline's up, you're really not going to be able to hit anything. But look at this. Dance away the night and $10 proceeds towards self-defense training for trans people. Then we have this trans person who looks like she taped together, it almost looks like the end of a 50 cal, but she has a word to say to us.
Trans women, if they lock you up for identifying as a woman, fight. I am so tired. I was in a live the other day with 2 trans people who denied this. Out of my way. I disown any trans person who disagrees with this notion.
You know, call me nuts, but whatever happened to just accepting who you are for you and not caring what other people think? Like, I'll be honest with y'all, I really don't care about any of this. I don't. Now, I have my own thoughts on life, and I think that's the problem is we have to have the same thought process as you, or we're transphobic, I think is the word.
Join together and start organizing a rally for resistance, not for talk. So I'll tell you something. If a police officer put his hands on me for trying to be who I am, I don't care if I got shot. I'm taking a couple of transphobes with me.
Okay, so you get on your TikTok and you essentially say that you're going to kill a cop or anyone who tries to touch you. FBI, where you at? Oh no, still at that coffee break, huh? Okay. Now we get into the more serious stuff. We've got a guy or a chick or, once again, I have no idea what you are and I don't care. You do what you want to do with yourself. But if I get whatever you're trying to be wrong, you shouldn't get upset. You really shouldn't. It's hard to figure it out when you look at this picture. But this person went on Twitter, and since then the account has been shut down, obviously, but this is what they wrote. Kill Christ cucks. Behead Christ cucks. Roundhouse kick a Christ cuck into the concrete. Slam dunk a Christ cuck baby into the trash can. Crucify filthy Christ cucks. Defecate in a Christ cuck's food. Launch Christ cucks into the sun. And then hashtag Trans Day of Vengeance. Can you imagine what would happen if somebody that voted for Trump put something out there like this? Be all over the news. Oh, another January 6th is about to go down. When you say Christ cucks, are you just talking about Christians? Because you understand you're doing exactly what you don't want us to do to you. You're persecuting people for their beliefs, their personal beliefs, right? We're not walking around saying, oh, if you don't believe in Christianity, we're going to have a day of vengeance. No, we don't care because it's our own deal. But no, for you, if we don't dress up like we're from Hannah, Montana and have some panties on the outside of our jeans, we're somehow Christ cucks, and you're gonna come and kill us all. Look, I'm gonna save you some time. 1, no one is scared of you. 2, all of our kids could probably take all y'all on and win. 3, I don't wanna fight you. It would be like a lion versus a squirrel. There's no need for the lion to even waste his time. Now, if you show up on our front doorstep, we will annihilate you with no second thought. Because we don't start anything, but we'll finish it. And we got more. Is that the female version of Napoleon Dynamite with a gun? God, he hasn't aged at all. I'm confused what exactly you're trying to say, or... actually, let's see what you wrote in your description box here. If you transphobes do try to come for me, I'm taking a few of you with me. Who's coming for you? Like, serious. Am I missing something? The only thing that you're saying to anyone who understands guns is that you know how to eject unspent rounds. Is that supposed to scare us? So before I leave a little message to these trans people who are thinking about just killing all of us, let me say that if you were in Washington, D.C., or really anywhere as far as a major city goes on April 1st, make sure that you are especially aware of your surroundings. You don't know what these people's plans are, and ultimately anything can happen. So just be aware of it. That being said, to everyone who's thinking about participating in this trans revolution or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to give you probably some of the most solid advice you'll ever hear in your life, because clearly you didn't have good parents that gave you any. And I'm truly sorry that you didn't, because you'd probably be a lot better off today and not be doing this stupid crap. Do your little song and dance, tie-dye your hair, dress up like this person, and you can even do the tactical thing and whatever else. But stay away from us. I have no desire to talk to you. I have no desire to hang out with you. None of it. Stay away from us, stay away from our kids. We don't start anything. We're not on here saying all the stuff you guys are saying, because I don't believe in just taking people down for no reason. I do believe in justice though. So let me give you a very clear vision as far as if one of us had to defend ourselves and our family from one of you. Your little outfits, even if your body armor is real, it's not gonna matter. We're trained and we know how to get around that. We'll just put the rounds right where that Twinkie you ate earlier is sitting. We are not the people to mess with. And you know that. You know that. And I'm hoping this whole thing's a show and y'all just want to play dress up. Because if you did show up on one of our doorsteps or hurt some people that were completely innocent, just had their own personal beliefs on life, it's not going to end well for you. It's not.